LeBron going to the Late Show.
I am thankful for my friends, my family, and of course, everybody that's out there playing.
Come to town for this one. And here it comes, the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with Steve Smith and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And our friend of the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge, we'll be hearing from shortly. Earlier in the season, it was Toronto coming away with the loss in this matchup against the Boston Celtics.
Yeah, guys, they were forcing it a bit in that one and shot a relatively low percentage because of it.
But you have to give them credit for being aggressive. The problem is they play too much hero ball. You have to be willing to make the extra pass.
So let's take a look at the Toronto Raptors starting lineup. Kyle Lowry and Danny Green are the guard tandem. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Siakam in at the 4. No good for Valanciunas. Brown the pass to Horford. In the play. Horford's got the first points up on the board for the Celtics. And here's Lowry. He'll bring it up for Toronto.
And if there was ever a guy who was more than what his stats say, it's Al Horford. Won't have nights where he drops 50 or carries a team with a shot blocking, but you ask anyone he's played with and they'll tell you he is a perfect teammate.
Takes it out to Leonard. 6 to shoot. Back to Green. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And the big man who competed against Horford had nothing but respect for him, Greg.
It is why he's been selected as an all-star by his peers and why guys like me admire his game. I mean, Horford does all the small things on the floor you need as a big man. He's so humble. He just goes about his game and makes his team better in every facet.
Here's Irving. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Irving kicks to Brown. Here's Tatum. And so just over a minute and a half play.
Tatum does not give up on the backboard. Outstanding timing in terms of when to lead for those offensive rebounds.
And David Aldridge spoke with Nick Nurse. David.
Well, Kevin, they're going to keep it simple tonight. He wants to run everything from the low post. He told me, physically, we're the stronger team. We need to use that strength to our benefit. Back to you.
Thank you, David.
That play is made because of Kyrie's vision and his willingness to share the basketball.
Well, it was the Boston Celtics winning their last game against the Bulls. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
On the wing, Green, guarded by Horford. Siakam. And stolen by Horford. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Yeah, and of course, Marcus with a twin brother, Marquise, went to college together, played in the pros together. You'll have a hard time finding a closer pair of siblings.
We have a long season still ahead of us. Many is
Great question, Kevin. I think you look at it as a veteran, you got to assess the situation. If you got to come out there and I guess push your pace as a veteran because you want a team to get off to a good start, hopefully the younger guys can continue that pace, or you have a team that's going well and they know you need them at the end. It's a tough call for some veterans, and that's why you see the veterans hanging around that can do both.
Heating up early on, this is exactly how he wanted to start the night.
Well, he has the ability to get you off on the right foot. Now it's just about sustaining it.
now, here is Irving. He is a solid producer, averaging nearly 22 points a game.
How about Tatum there with the finish with some authority above the rim.
And it's Lowry with the ball, brings it up for the Raptors. They trail by 7. The pass to Siakam. To the middle. Kicks it out to Leonard. On deep. Raptors get it back. Valanciunas finds Green. Here's Siakam. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Morris. Here's Tatum. Toronto grabs the miss.
How many times have you seen him do that? Losing focus on a simple lay-in.
And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Celtics leading by 7. Irving looking for an opening. There's the 3. Connects from 3-point range. Irving's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Raptors are on 2 of 6 in the field. So, timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
Well, for so long, so many were wondering what Kyrie was thinking when he left Cleveland. What is clear now, though, is that Irving doesn't think about it and has flourished on his own. It seems that he really did just need his own team to become the player he's become.
And here are the Raptors now. It's a 10-point game. And yes, it's good.
Those are the plays where you see the strength of Valanciunas. The contact didn't bother him at all.
Irving kicks to Tatum. Pass to Morris. The 9-foot shot. The shot that time, not on target. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. Here's Leonard. Got a piece of it. Nobody near Irving. Throws it from outside. Irving's got his second basket of the night.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Raptors trail by 11. Here's Leonard. Coming off a stellar performance against Detroit. And stolen by Tatum. Back to Brown. Leonard with the steal. It's deflected. They recover it. And Valanciunas kicks to Green. Just 5 on the clock. Outside for Lowry. Fires from deep. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Now here's Tatum. As you can see from his numbers, he's been a key component in their offense. He's averaging almost 18 points a game. Tatum on the wing. He's covered by Leonard. A fader. And again, it's Boston converted.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Right side, Green. Valanciunas, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on Horford. How spinning we saw with Jonas Valanciunas, the Lithuanian big man, shooting more threes last season.
Valanciunas saw all the other centers in this league had a three-pointer and wanted in on the action as well. Only took about 1 a game, but he shot over 40%.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Daniel Tice is checked in for Morris, and Gordon Hayward is subbed in for Jaylen Brown. Now, here is Irving. 6 points for him. Hayward against Green. Hayward kicks to Horford. 3-pointer. Siakam pulls it in.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
Outside Lowry. Fires the 3. And Boston with the rebound. Tatum's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Irving. Good on the short mid jump shot. Irving's got 8.
And from the opening tip, they have been in complete control of this one.
Dominate on the court, and it's showing up on the scoreboard. Let's see if they can maintain this level of intensity.
And the Raptors call time here. You know, analytics is in the NBA to stay. In fact, it's expanding every season. Do players pay as much attention, do you think, to the advanced statistics as the coaches in the front office and the talent evaluators do?
You know, I think players more and more, Kevin, now are looking at these numbers and trying to see where they can get better at in different areas. They use those numbers when it's an advantage for them during contract time. They definitely run right to those analytics and say the reason why they should be paid more. So, but I still think the coaching staff in the front office has a heavily balanced and using more than players.
Using them selectively is what you're saying.
To their advantage.
Yeah. Rozier, the pass to Tatum, just 4 to shoot. Tice, that's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. Tice has got his first points of the game.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Van Vliet kicks to Anunoby. Tatum against Leonard. Pass to Wright. Toronto needs to get off a shot. And again, no good by Toronto.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage.
Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Celtics lead by 17.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Van Vliet passes to Monroe. Out to the wing. Right against Hayward. And Wright kicks to Van Vliet. Over Rozier. Van Vliet can't get it to go.
A little ambitious on that possession, trying to hit a shot in the face of the
And that's a rugged play.
That one was big time.
And the point differential tells the story. Their two-way play has been outstanding.
You know, it's a matter of effort plus talent. You need both to dominate this way.
Wright looking around. Passes it to Anunoby. They can use a bucket, and he's good on the 3-ball. Anunoby's got his first 3 points of the game.
And there's where, if you get some room, you kind of have to take that shot to keep the defense honest.
Now, here's Rozier. Defense right on. Horford. It's good on the putback. Here's Van Vliet. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. To the paint, here's Monroe. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Sharing the basketball. Plenty of guys talk about it, but not everyone does it.
1:37 left in the first. Here's Horford. Misses off the left eye.
Boy, he loves that mid-range jumper. Just fails to create enough room to operate.
Van Vliet kicks to Anunoby. Hayward against Wright. 6 to shoot. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Williams is checking for Horford. We've got 1:13 left to play in the first quarter. Hayward passes to Tice. Back to Hayward. This one for 3. Rebound by the Raptors.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Wright with it. Now guarded by Tatum. Offensive rebound. And Leonard gets it to go.
Great anticipation. He has great hands. Kawhi gobbles up second chance opportunities.
Rozier looking around. Nice ball movement by Boston. Shot clock at 6. From deep. That one, no good. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Count that one from Van Vliet.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Last outing for Toronto, they won that game against the Detroit Pistons. Now, here's Rozier. Not a lot of room. Here's Hayward. Boston, no good that time either. The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. Celtics out in front, up by 12. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. One of the league's best point guards, Kyrie Irving, had this to say about his competition.
In 2011, I came into the league.
Some say Greg a golden age at the point guard position.
Yeah, and Irving right there with the best of them. He embraces the challenge.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, we've seen the Celtics really take control here.
I mean, a solid first quarter, especially looking at that plus turnover ratio.
Take care of the basketball, being disruptive on D. That combination has them out in front.
So on the floor for Toronto to start this second quarter. Anunoby out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Greg Monroe, and it's Van Vliet in at the point. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Owen.
Well, guys, last season started with that horrific injury to Gordon Hayward's leg. Now, it's been a long road back for him, but he took heart in the encouragement he received, not just from his family, but from so many well-wishers. He said, you realize how lucky you are to have people from all over supporting you. Guys,
David, I think everyone is rooting for his complete recovery. Thanks for that report. Tice, no good. Raptors trail by 12. Here's Anunoby. Again, Toronto. Now Rozier. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Williams kicks to Tice. The trade. And it's Van Vliet with the rebound. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for Toronto. Well, Steve, for the Raptors the last few years, regular season hasn't been a problem. It's been all about the playoffs.
Yeah, the Raptors have the goal of making it out of the East and to the finals. It's the right goal to have with the way they perform in the regular season. This team, they will always be measured by their playoff runs.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Siakam is checked in for Leonard. And it's Green in for DeLon Wright. Here's Hayward. Laying soft on the front of the rim and drops. Hayward's got his first points in this one.
Even though Hayward's improved from beyond the arc, you see the natural inclination from mid-range.
Anunoby kicks to Green. The pass to Siakam. 5 on the clock. To the left side wing. Here's Anunoby. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Anunoby's got his third basket of the night.
And such poise in pressure situations. Anunoby doesn't let it get to him. Fantastic at keeping his composure.
Rozier for 3. Rebound by Monroe. Raptors trail by 10. Here's Van Vliet. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. And now here's Rozier, the fast break chance. Green with the rebound. And the foul on Marcus Smart. That is his first foul of the game. The Celtics making a switch here. Morris is checked in. Then for the Raptors, Valanciunas comes in for Greg Monroe. And Kyle Lowry subbed in for Fred Van Vliet. Toronto calls timeout. Maybe when it comes to Danny Green, this guy's got a lot of courage. We know that. The man lives with 2 enormous boa constrictors.
Jade and Lightning, those are their names. He's had Jade since his days at North Carolina. Said that given his busy schedule, snakes were just a lot easier to take care of than other pets.
Some changes for Boston. Horford comes in for Williams, and it's Brown in for Gordon Hayward. Now, here's Lowry. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Green finds Valanciunas. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Here's Anunoby. He's covered by Brown. And Green launches it from deep. They get the rebound.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding.
You know, there's no shame in passing out in that situation. Leave your ego at the door.
Raptors trail by 10. Lowry from outside. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
Well, Lowry will never hesitate to take a 3. It's a big part of his arsenal.
Smart passes to Brown. At the top of the key, Horford releases. Toronto grabs the miss. Outside Lowry. Pass to Siakam. To the paint. Very pretty alley layup. Now just a 5-point Celtic lead.
And that's a great pass. Danny Green showing us he can do more than D it up and 3 it up.
Rozier kicks to Horford. Morris inside. Nice follow through on the fadeaway.
Boy, did he dove his way in there, and the D just sort of backed off.
Here's Anunoby. 7 points in the game. Valanciunas dishes to Lowry. Valanciunas against Horford. Valanciunas finds Lowry. Fires from deep. And Horford pulls it down. Horford's got his 6th rebound on the night. Brown outside. Lowry against Rozier. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Lowry against Rozier. And here's Lowry. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. No good for Valanciunas.
Went to the fadeaway, didn't need to though. Probably cost him some points.
Smart passes to Brown. Inside. Here's Morris. It's deflected. Here's Anunoby. They kick it out to Green. Sinks the triple. Green's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Catch and shoot. This is where Danny Green makes his money.
So the Celtics call timeout. They're first. When it comes to getting fans out of their seats, the crossover dribble does it every time. So fun to watch. Who are some of the best doing that, you think, Steve?
You know, Kyrie Irving, you know,
Yes.
Steph Curry, Chris Paul, John Wall, James Harden, Jamal Crawford. Those are the guys and names that just stand out. Those are the guys that make this really top 5 plays under the rim.
Irving's handle is just phenomenal, don't you?
Yeah, it is. I think he's the top of his class.
Left side Lowry. Over Irving. Rebounded by the Celtics. Horford's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Back to Morris. Here's on an open. He's covered by Brown. Anunoby kicks to Siakam. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Boston leading by 7. Outside Irving. Morris outside. Dishes to Horford. Back to Morris. Fires it up. The shot's good. On the assist by Horford. 6 points from Marcus Morris.
Yeah, and give it up for the feed from Horford. He's a playmaker, and you love having a big man show off that kind of vision.
Outside Lowry. Pass to Siakam. Here's Valanciunas. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Valanciunas has got 6.
Valanciunas has made so many strides as a scorer since he started in the NBA.
Irving dishes to Horford. Irving against Lowry. High post try. Irving can't hit.
And that was an easy one there, just a missed opportunity.
If you give it to him, he'll take that shot every time down the floor. I'm sure he's kicking himself.
Here's on an open. He's covered by Brown. It's hauled in by Brown.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
And also protecting the rim at all costs. I love the anticipation to affect the shot.
Irving finds Smart. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets the 3 fly. They get the rebound. Tries again. Fires the 3. Siakam pulls it in. Siakam's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's on an open. He's covered by Brown. Green with the ball. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. From deep. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. Some changes for Toronto. Runner comes in for OG Anunoby. And it's right in for Danny Green. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Horford the pass to Irving. Passes to Brown. Kicks it to Horford. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. And the Celtics with possession here. They lead by 7. On the wing, Irving. Puts it up from 15. And there's Horford. That's good on the assist by Irving. Irving's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. The Raptors have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the second quarter. Just under 50% shooting. And Wright kicks to Valanciunas. And a foul on Marcus Smart. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Some changes for Toronto. Monroe's checked in for Siakam. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Kyle Lowry. 6 on the shot clock. The kick out to Wright. It's up a 3. Arnold gets it back in a new 24. And there's the pass to Valanciunas over Horford. And again, Toronto no up. Boston leading by 9. And here's Brown outside. Here's Morris. Another shot. And the rejection by Valanciunas. Here's VanVleet. Guarded by Smart. VanVleet kicks to Valanciunas. Outside Leonard. Monroe down low. Brown on him. Kicks it out to Leonard. Over Morris. And it's Leonard missing.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
To the middle. Count it, and the Celtic lead has been cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Wright.
I mean, a great look by Kawhi, aware of what the defense is trying to do, understands the spacing.
Here's Irving. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That free throw good from Kyrie Irving.
You know, when you talk to Kyrie, smart guy, cerebral guy, thinks about the game at the highest level.
Tatum, he's checked in for Boston.
And with Kawhi Leonard, he just does everything well on the floor. Offense, defense, rebounding, runs the floor. I mean, he is one of the more complete players in our league. He can completely take over a game on both ends.
Here's Wright. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. Wright's got his second bucket tonight.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Irving kicks to Tatum. Nice ball movement by Boston. And Kyrie Irving gets the three. Irving's got 12.
And staying with it. He drained 2 triples in the first quarter. Now gets this one.
And when you can't hold for the last possession, that's what you want to try and do.
Patience and execution. You need both here. We'll see what they run.
Here's Van Vliet. Pass to Leonard. Over Tatum. He knocks it down right at the buzzer.
That's a shot he'll never forget. As dramatic as they come.
A thrilling way to finish this one.
And so is the Boston Celtics heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They've played the better game so far, but their work is far from over. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. Kyrie, what were you all focusing on coming into the game tonight?
I come out with a intense focus and intensity that other teams can't have. Just doing whatever it takes to keep our tempo. Guys are in a great rhythm and we have a great tempo, so just trying to get everybody involved and do whatever it takes to win.
Well, we'll see if you can keep playing at your pace in the second half. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings, friends and neighbors. One half down, another half to go. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. It's the Al Horford putting in some incredible work tonight. He had 13 points, 10 rebounds, and 2 assists. The first 2 quarters went very well for him. Taking a look at the Celtics, Shaq, what do you think?
The basketball intelligence of Al Horford affects the game in so many ways. His ability to read the floor, choose the right option, rarely out of position. And when it's his turn to step up with the score, the pass, the block shot, he's right on time, baby.
Looking at Toronto, Kenny, your thoughts?
It looked like they were shooting threes blindfolded. Sometimes you could get cold, but that was atrocious. It was scary. But they also looked scattered out there, and I think that disorganization was the main issue for them missing those shots. They need to establish themselves better into a better rhythm in the second.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now...
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Al Horford has been sensational.
Yeah, and the fact he's posted a double-double with about half the game left to play, that's impressive.
He's been one of, if not the hardest worker over the first 2 quarters. His tenacity has been the difference.
Irving at point with Brown to his side. There at the backcourt. Down low, it's Morris and Horford. And it's Tatum in at the 3. That's the Boston 5.
Nice read there from Lowry. Saw that his best option was to pull up for the jumper.
Irving dishes to Horford. He kicks to Morris. And on Morris has got 8 points.
An efficient score inside. Morris can beat you with a variety of moves.
Irving against Lowry. He feeds it to Valanciunas. Green breaking loose. It's tipped. Near the three-point line, it's Morris. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Leonard finds Green. There's Siakam. He's covered by Brown. Back to Green. Lowry has the open look. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Boston leading by 6. Brown wide open. He fired. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 5 assists in the game.
And the three-point shot is something that Brown continues to improve upon. It's important for him to be draining these looks.
And Valanciunas gets the Green. Back to Valanciunas. Leonard looking around. There's the dish to Valanciunas. Over Morris. That one doesn't go. And it's bunched in the other way. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. To the inside. The kick out to Tatum. Back to Horford. Over Valanciunas. Horford, no luck.
That was the best he could do. Just fade a little bit, try and get a clean look, but the defense was right on him.
Back to Leonard. Nails the baby hook. Leonard's got 12 in the game.
Well, you know, the truth is Leonard's been focused all night. Has an array of go-to moves and the endurance to keep on coming.
Pass to Tatum. Back to Irving. And again, Boston with the triple.
And until someone stops him, he's just going to continue to keep firing from distance.
He does a great job, in my opinion, of finding space along the perimeter and has the touch to knock these down.
And the Raptors call time here. Steve, now that you've had a little time away from the game as a player, what are some of the things you notice now that maybe you didn't notice when you were playing before?
Well, I think right now the emphasis on nutrition. Kevin, I did not take that serious. I thought I could eat whatever I wanted to. And I think also right now I look and love what is going on technology-wise as far as guys being able to use technology to help their game and to enhance their game.
Passes it to Brown. Morris kicks to Tatum. 11 feet away, and it's Toronto with the rebound. Valanciunas has got his 7th rebound here tonight. The pass to Lowry. Now Leonard, covered by Irving, fades. Rebounded by the Celtics. Horford's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Irving kicks to Tatum. Lowry against Irving. No good on the triple.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Leonard, the pass to Lowry. Over Irving. The putback stayed with it, but they couldn't get it to fall. The three from Tatum. The shot's good. And the assist by Horford. Horford's got his 3rd assist on the night. Raptors trail by 11. Now Lowry. 6 points for him. Leonard finds Valanciunas. Shot from 16. It's good. That's 8 baskets for him now. 8 for 15 shooting.
You know, there's a rhythm to Leonard's game, but also an awareness. Just takes what the defense allows.
Morris dishes to Brown. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. And Jaylen Brown was giving quite the compliment on his game from Draymond Green, who felt great that Brown was good enough to be an all-star.
Yeah, you know, I don't know if I'd be fully on board with that assessment in terms of last year, but I do think he's well on his way to becoming an all-star. His scoring and offensive impact continues to grow each year, and he's shown a great knack on the defensive side as well. Terrific two-way player. The sky is the limit.
Here's Green. Good work there as it goes. Green's got 5 now.
This is something Danny has been working on, putting the ball on the floor and taking it strong.
Irving kicks to Horford. Outside Irving. Bangs home the trifecta. He's got 18.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Leonard against Tatum. Leonard, the pass to Valanciunas. That one good for 2.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Lowry against Irving. Now here is Horford. He's guarded closely. And there are the Celtics with another basket.
A top-notch postgame is just one of the ways Horford helps his team. One of the more important ways, though, is because he's a tough matchup down low.
Valanciunas with the ball, and it's Horford picking him up. And Valanciunas kicks to Lowry. Pass to Green from deep. Drops in the tray. Green's got 5 points now this quarter.
I love the elevation Danny Green gets on his jumper. Makes him tough to defend from distance.
Time call here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
When you watch Kyle Lowry play, you see how much bigger he is than his stats. He does so many little things on both ends of the floor. He's a great screen setter, takes charges, all the things that don't necessarily show up in the stat sheet, but are important when it comes to winning.
Aaron Baines, he's checked in for the Celtics. Marcus Smart comes in for Jaylen Brown. Raptors also changing it up. Greg Monroe, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Danny Green. Pass to Baines. Smart on the wing. Now recovering. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Kyle Lowry picks one up there.
Nice work to get it inside and draw contact.
And Greg, with Lowry, it isn't like he's quiet on the stat sheet either.
No, he is a bulldog. I mean, he scores it, the playmaking. He's just complete in terms of a backcourt player. Rebounds as well as anybody for his position and got good hands on defense. It just gives you a little bit of everything at that point guard position.
Here's VanVleet, covered by Irving. VanVleet looking around. Kicks to right. Here's Leonard. Rebound Boston. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. From deep three-point range, and there's Horford. That's good on the assist by Irving. And that's now 18 points for Al Horford. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Toronto Raptors, trailing by 13. Here's VanVleet. Over Irving, and out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. Rozier, he's checked in for the Celtics. Celtics leading by 13. Outside, Smart. He dishes it to Baines. And he gets it to go.
Up by a bunch. He's still pushing the action, trying to impose his will.
With this big of a deficit in the score, you think the losing team would be playing harder. Nope, the opposite.
Wright finds Leonard. Here's Anunoby. There's VanVleet, 5 to shoot. Shot to stop the run. Misses off the right eye. For Boston, they've gone 8 of 12 from the field since the beginning of the third. Tatum. It's rebounded by Anunoby. Anunoby's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's VanVleet. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. VanVleet's got 5.
He wisely chose to pull up for a 3 on the fast break. The defense sucked in to prevent the layup.
Rozier, the pass to Horford, feeds it to Tatum. The shot's good, and the assist by Horford. Horford's got 5 assists tonight.
Yeah, and I love how strong Tatum is finishing through the contact there. He's shown a real toughness in terms of when he gets in attack mode.
Now Monroe kicks to Van Vliet. Unloads from 13. And there's a whistle that goes against Greg Monroe. That's his first foul. Ojale is checked in for Jason Tatum. And the Raptors also making a change. Siakam is checked in for OG Anunoby. Now, here's Rozier. He's tightly guarded. The shot by Ojale, no good. Raptors trail by 14. Toronto working the ball around now. Van Vliet passes to Siakam. And that one hits back iron. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, shot A comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operation.
Leonard on the wing, guarded by Horford. Leonard kicks to Siakam. Out left to the wing. Van Vliet passes to right, to the wing on the left. Here's Van Vliet. Rozier defending. And no good that time.
I mean, he's struggling, hitting a low percentage of his shots this quarter.
Pass to Horford. Now, here's Rozier. Tight defense on him. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And Toronto called for the foul. That's good from Rozier. And good on the second, so he makes them both. 1:27 left to play here in the third. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Siakam. Shot clock at 6. Back to Van Vliet. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there.
It's been a frustrating quarter for him shooting the basketball. He just has to make sure he's taking good shots.
Raptors trail by 16. The feed to right. Stolen by Smart. Here's Baines. Here's Horford. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard. The Celtics making a switch here. Yabusele's checked in. Smart on the wing. Now the pass to Baines. Over Monroe. Knocks it down from 7 feet. Baines has got his second basket of the game.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Van Vliet kicks to Siakam. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. Throws it up high. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. A wide open look here for Wright. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Wright's got 7 points in the game. It could go. Doesn't go that time. And so it's Boston. Their lead at 15 going into the break. They have been sharp from beyond the arc, putting on a terrific 3-point shooting display. And we'll be right back after this. In a moment now, as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of catering. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. Setting the floor for the Raptors. We've got Kawhi Leonard. White is out there with Greg Monroe. And it's Siakam at the power forward position. And too much time in the lane, they get called for the 3-second violation. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Boston. Celtics leading by 15. Now, here's Rozier. From the stripe, Greg Monroe with the rebound. Monroe's got his 5th rebound in this one.
You know, this is a time when you don't have to force anything. You're in command of this game.
Right outside. Pocket 6. That one wide left. And here's Rozier. He brings it up for Boston. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Beaujolais passes to Rozier. Here's Beaujolais. Shoots over Leonard. Beaujolais, that's good. Beaujolais got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Celtics. And here are the Raptors now. 17-point game. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Here's Leonard, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
He's a bona fide star. Kawhi Leonard with the workmanlike approach.
Boston shooting in this game, 45%. Rozier kicks to Baines. Hayward outside. Yabusele passes to Rozier. But he'll get another chance. Goes back up. The shot by Beaujolais, no good. Raptors trail by 15. High, arcing shot. Monroe, the pass to Siakam. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Now Monroe kicks to Van Vliet for 3. Rebound Boston.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's Rozier. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, just nice strength there and then just off with the shot.
That's good from Rozier. Some changes for Toronto. Valanciunas, he's checked in for Monroe. Green comes in for Wright, and it's Lowry in for Fred Van Vliet. Both good from the line that time.
Yeah, and their free throw shooting has really improved here in the second half.
Raptors trail by 17. And here's Lowry. He kicks it to Valanciunas. Pass to Leonard. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Valanciunas. That one goes in.
Look at the concentration from Valanciunas on that play. Takes the foul and still finishes the play.
Irving's checked in for Terry Rozier. And Greg, one of the stories that had started developing since last season was the talk of Kawhi Leonard wanting out. Too many soured relationships, it seemed.
And he was eventually moved after requesting a trade. Pop and the Spurs tried just about everything they could to convince him to stay. Probably the most drama for a team known for not having any drama.
Here's Hayward. Count that one. And the Celtics lead by 16.
I like the tenacity from Gordon Hayward. This is a guy who is a gamer.
Lowry kicks to Valanciunas, and the shot goes in. For Boston, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Pass to Yabusele. Hayward from outside. The shot, no good. And Toronto will come the other way. Outside Leonard. This is to Lowry. Here's Siakam. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense.
Yeah, and Gordon Hayward is a player who's always found a way to add something to his game. Now he feels comfortable going at a defense either inside or out. Great strength when attacking the rim and can shrug off those defenders.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Morris comes in for Yabusele, and it's Jason Tatum in for Ojale.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
Irving finds Morris. In the corner, it's Hayward. Outside Irving. 6 to shoot. Over Lowry. And it's Irving missing. And Greg, you mentioned Hayward's strength. That and his ball fakes seem to be not as recognized as they should be.
Yeah, I think Hayward has one of the better pump fakes in our league. Great deception with inside-out dribbles to create space. And the things he does well aren't immediately apparent, but Hayward's terrific fundamentals are what make him a great scorer.
And Baines kicks to Hayward. Over Green. The shot's good from Gordon Hayward.
Not sure who designed that play, but he makes it count.
Raptors trail by 12. Leonard with the ball. Outside Lowry. Passes it to Siakam. And the basket by Lowry.
Lowry showing how crafty he can be with that hoop inside.
Boston leading by 10. Now Irving. Down low. Morris. And Morris puts it down.
That's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
That's about as violent as a rim rocker as it gets. A real confidence builder.
Leonard, no luck. And it's Irving with the ball for the Celtics. And here's Morris for three. Green with the rebound.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding.
You know, there's no shame in passing out in that situation. Leave your ego at the door.
Hayward against Green. Hayward dishes to Morris. Kicks to Baines. Morris looking over the floor. Lock at 6. Hayward passes to Morris. Again the miss by Morris.
And this is a guy that can get you stops. Aggressive on the defensive end.
Also doing a good job of tracking the ball, contesting the mid-range jumper as well.
Leonard inside, guarded by Tatum. Leonard finds Valanciunas, the 8-footer. And again, Toronto no up.
Well, if you're the coach, you're frustrated right now. That's exactly the look you're trying to get on offense.
Again, the miss by Morris.
Not a big threat from out there. You see why the defense backed off a little.
Tatum against Leonard. The dish to Lowry. Back to Leonard. Over Tatum. And the Raptors miss again.
He had it rolling and then lost it for some reason. Let's see if he can get it back while it still matters.
Hayward kicks to Morris. Outside Irving. Back to Morris. Second chance shot. And the layup good by Tatum. And the Celtics lead by 14.
And I like the fact that Tatum has not abandoned the inside game. Solid at finding space around the rim to score.
Green, the pass to Lowry. Right side Leonard. And the foul on Jonas Valanciunas. That is his first foul of the game. The Celtics making a switch here. Brown's checked in. Celtics leading by 14. To the left wing. Now here's Irving. Takes a three. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
The quick release, the feathery touch. Kyrie beating good defense with better offense.
Leonard against Brown. Outside Leonard. Siakam gets to Green. Can they get it? Morris with the rebound. Morris has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. To the middle. And the rejection by Valanciunas.
You see the length of Valanciunas on display with that block. Just went up and got it.
Here's Lowry, and he uses the glass on the layup. Lowry's got 4 points this quarter.
Now we can say it. He's a completely different shooter this half. Much more confidence, much more success.
Lowry against Irving. He dishes it to Baines. Over in the corner, Brown. Over Green. Toronto grabs the miss. Leonard's got his 7th rebound here tonight. And the pass to Lowry. Over Irving. Rebounded by the Celtics. 1:58 left to play here in the 4th. And Baines kicks to Brown. Good on the way. And the Celtics lead by 17.
Full speed ahead. I mean, they have been in control since the opening tip, and that may have sealed the deal.
Yes, and you're watching. Even this late in the game, they're still making plays. You got to love watching it.
To the paint. Valanciunas inside. Baines is there. It doesn't go for him.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Celtics.
3 times this season, turnovers have cost them, but they really kept the ball under control.
They were both focused and relentless.
And this will be a big win for them. Lucky win number 13 now in the bag.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season series.
And watch them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for Kyrie Irving.
When we look back and we think about key takeaways from tonight's game, his leadership really stands out. Controlling the pace, keeping everyone involved, and he made this offense sing.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Kyrie Irving.
And he lit a fire for them with his 3-point shooting tonight. He's drained 6 bombs, and that's a huge component of their offense. And he hasn't just been chucking them up either. His shot selection has been terrific.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. Pass to Wright. 1:10 left here in the 4th quarter. Monroe finds Wright. There's Green with the 3. Raptors get it back and a new 24. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Jaylen Brown. Free throw good, Miles. And Miles drops them both. Smitty, every so often we'll hear about a team holding a players-only meeting. You've been there, I'm sure. You've gone through that. What exactly goes on in those discussions?
You know, Kevin, when you hear players-only meeting, something's going wrong with the team. And obviously, we meet all the time, but when there's specific, in quotation, a players-only meeting, that's a lot of things are going wrong with the team, with individuals, with the coaches, with general managers. They are trying to find a way to hash it out, and those are never good.
Okay, time now for an injury report. Let's check in with David Aldridge for an injury update on Jason Tatum. David.
Hi, guys. Well, the head athletic trainer for Boston provided some information for us. After taking a look, he informed me that it doesn't look too bad. Season is still very young, but that is bad news to get at any point of the year. We'll see how the team responds without him, Kevin.
Thanks for checking in, DA. Injuries are always tough to deal with, but they're just a fact of life in the NBA.
And he'll have a lot of support as he goes through the recovery process. They want him back as soon as possible.
And we know how much better they'll be as a team when he's out of those street clothes and back in uniform.
Green gets to right. From deep three-point range. That one no good. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. A quarter out of a dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Kyrie. Big numbers for you tonight, and I always wonder what it's like to be in a zone like that offensively.
It feels amazing. More important, we got the win, and I couldn't have done it without my teammates. They did a heck of a job of competing every single minute of this game.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge.
By the door. In the box. Hurry up, man. Hurry up, you gotta pee.
Where's
In the box by the door. Oh, let's put it up. Come back to that, come. Come here, come here. Hey, what the hell are you doing, man? Stop it. Stop it. Come here, man. Sit down. Sit down. Sit.
If they ain't got a price to pay, California on my license plate. Last year they ain't even like the back. But we don't never trip. All of us guys make dip. No, we never trick on that. No, I can't quit. No, I don't with that. But hey, put me on some. 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 Yeah, we really gone dumb. Put me on some. 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 Yeah, we really gone dumb. If they ain't got a price to pay, California on my license plate. Last year they ain't even like the back. Had to get it on my own. I could really get it if I want. You can't even get it on the phone. You ain't even know. I be with it. I ain't gon' stop putting on. For the home of the slang. Yeah, bad, bad on my gang. Yeah, big bad with her. Ain't. Yeah, you ain't really what you claim. Why you always in the way? Fast little ways. Bet you gon' make it shake. You say you bout it, but you ain't. Put me on some. 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 Yeah, we really gone dumb. Put me on some. 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 Yeah, we really gone dumb.
Stop babysitting classic. My fetty stretched like elastic. Yeah, bro, I gotta have it. Wanna survival tactics. So I can't even feel my face. Disrespect, get out of place. Then we gon' put you in your place. Ooh, bar man. All my little ride. All my little go down. When they come on me in the traffic, they holler,
Put me on some. 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 Yeah, we really gone dumb. Put me on some. 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 Yeah, we really gone dumb. If that ain't got a price to pay. California on my license plate. If that ain't got a price to pay. California on my license plate. Put me on some. 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 Yeah, we really gone dumb. Put me on some. 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 Yeah, we really gone dumb.
No, I don't worry. I tell you, I'm a man who believes that I died 20 years ago. And I live like a man who is dead already. I have no fear whatsoever of anybody or anything.
No, we don't need no security. Stones in my jewelry. What can they do to me? You know me, I will live for eternity. If I survive, then I'm coming for you personally. You heard me, we don't need no security. Stones in my jewelry. What can they do to me? I will live for eternity. If I survive, then I'm coming for you personally.
Train, fake celebrities. I wanna entertain, no similarities. fishing, but yeah, man, I'm on a mission. And I just took the fish, I'm a tunnel fishing. See no evil, hear no evil, man, I refuse to listen. There he goes. At the awards, the most nominated. And the dress code is understated. So mama made it, so my dad I'll be okay. None of these fools are like your baby boy in any way. Please.
Security stones in my jewelry. What can they do to me? I will live for eternity. If I survive, then I'm coming for you personally. You heard me, we don't need no security stones in my jewelry. What can they do to me? I will live for eternity. If I survive, then I'm coming for you personally. Please.
Morning 111, man. I'm a flipper, man. Okay. Let's get it. Flipper. Whoa. And they're having a game, man. Get it? Understand me. Carry nigga, that's my family. I want a Grammy. What up, sir in the biz? I never did me a savage. I'm swerving, and my back has been hurting. Why? I can't really have it. I'm swerving. Swerving on the court, you would think I was gonna be late. I'm having, I want the flipper. Won't make my britches, won't take my zipper. Hands in the sky like a so just make you jump like a liver. I'm busy, I can't check my calendar. Expensive dinner, no caviar. Big mansion, one room, lavender. Wanna book me, hit my manager. Walking like who's the deal? In the room, pay one deal. Can you really keep it players? Can you really keep it real? Fuck, said it for the summer. You written for my mother. Gas low number. Like the old school, let water on me like a plumber. Yo, just wanna let it you see. I know that you wanna be me. You claim you're real with your swing. You think I said it, they call you OG. Look in the table, what shorty? I'm blessed, I don't got to sneeze. But I hate it. I got the best brother. I got the best brother. My rainwater triple. Count the blast. I am the one that you see magazines like. Fresh, when I step, right, get off, I started by myself. Uppercut with the left. What you gonna do with the wealth? Tell me like a bite. You bitches stuck on my face to the face. They tell me they love me as more than a light. They think I suck on like night. I'm all light. Don't know what's another fight. You all one of them. Give a room. Like motorbike. Roll dice, roll dice, roll dice. I'm in line for me, look like a fun guy. Cheating so many off a rat. Have my name on her back. So it's better. Run away, run away. I think this ain't one nigga remember that. Understand me. They carry nigga, that's my family. Only we can't do no. Want a Grammy? I make the birds sing high. You will think they send me. What up, sir in the biz? I never did me a savage. Pull up in Bentley. I came a long way from dropping this shit. I'm swerving, and my back has been hurting. Why? I can't really have it. I'm swerving. Swerving down the court, you won't think I was gonna be early.
Why you think they call me ankle boy? That's cause I'm breaking your ankle, boy. Break them and put them all on the floor. My jumper wet as a sprinkler. Nobody's guarding me on this earth. You know it's money like bank alerts. I'm getting high for the temperature. I know your girl want my signature. I know she wanted a mall call. I'm always open like Walmart. Remember when they used to sleep on me? Now they not missing alarm clocks. I got a mosque to guard me. Look how they holding their arm far. I got a show on the range. They thought I was driving a foreign car. Do they got insurance for ankles? Cause you gon' be using your OnStar. I'm always breaking their ankles. That's why I'm usually an all-star. You never catching me off guard. Why you think I made this sauce song? I'm already cooking them. Soon as I look at them, I'm gonna put in the sauce on. You better take them and lace them. I like to shake them and break them. Straight to the hole, I'ma take them. Already know I'ma make it. Because I'm an ankle bully. You need your ankle brace. Run from the ankle bully. Cause I'm out your ankle breaker. You know I'm the ankle bully. So don't get your ankles taken. Don't even step on the court unless you got some ankle support. If you want to know it, it's 1-800, nobody can stop it, that boy. I got the game on the string, feel like it's glued in my hand. If you think you're taking the ball, that mean I'm losing my hand. I'm cooking them ankles for breakfast. Look how I'm making them scramble, just like the pots in the pans. You know I came with a handle. I know you wish you could stop me. Nobody's blowing that candle. Watch how I rock on the sleep. You better bring your pajamas. Look how he's slipping and falling. I got him going bananas. I got an ankle bully graveyard. Give me your ankles to bury it. This is an ankle under investigation. Y'all gotta guess who did it. The ankle bully was playing. You better take him and lace him. I like to shake him and break him. Straight to the hole, I'ma take him. Already know I'ma make it. Because I'm an ankle bully. You need your ankle brace. Run from the ankle bully. Cause I'm out your ankle breaker. You know I'm the ankle bully. So don't get your ankles taken.
No, you do it.
No, you do it.
No, you can do it.
Why?
You were the one on the TV. Yeah.
Oops, not me. I'm just excited to get into my team. Get your headsets.
Pick a guy from